Okay, something about this setup. For the lighting, this is a Fluval Aquascape. I got it a few years ago. I got it for free at an expo, and I finally can use it. Well, I finally have a tank small enough to use it on. This filter, or this aquarium, comes with its own pump, and it's 500 liters an hour at max, or roughly around 130 gallons an hour. But I do have it turned down all the way, so it won't be blowing around the Betta too much and make it more comfortable. Let's get started on the scape. I need to move this light slightly out of the way. I'll start off with the main structure. This is a really small aquarium, smallest I've ever scaped. I keep this tight to the corner. I think I'm okay with that, because this tank is going to be moved to this corner later, and it'll be viewed mostly from an angle. So like this, you can see both sides of the trees. This piece came mainly this tree and a couple of these roots. I stacked all these rocks. I added a few more roots and a few more small stones in between, and the rest will be filled with plants. Let me add some substrate, this is just regular silica sand, similar to your pool filter sand, but this is a bigger grain size. Let me get some in this back corner. Pretty much it for sand. I'm not going too thick. I can't go too high here because this has an intake filter here. The intake for the filter is at the bottom, as well as the overflow on the top. One thing that's cool about this tank, I thought this back piece was actually acrylic, but this is actually glass, and the dividers for each chamber is glass. Try to make it pretty straight in the front. You can go a little lower in the front. I'm not going to have any plants planted into the sand, so this is more cosmetics, and actually will hold more beneficial bacteria. You'll find a good angle of these rocks. A lot of these were used in older scapes. I don't know if that's too close to the front glass. But angle it a little bit. I'm going to try to block off this whole back corner so the Betta doesn't get stuck anywhere back there. It's always good to bury the stones a little bit. Looks like it's been there for a long time. It's more natural. Just a few little accent stones. These don't really matter too much. You just drop them in. Kind of wherever they land, they land. Stuff a couple more here. And that's basically it for the hardscape. Get you a closer look. Okay, now for plants, I have these 2 bags filled with Buce. So gotta figure out which one am I planting where. I have a bigger leafed one and a smaller leafed one. So I think I'm gonna plant the bigger leafed along the whole back outside, maybe a couple small ones in the cracks, and then small ones all up here in the tree. Let's set you down over here, get you a better view. Let's start off with the bigger ones first. There is a lot. Some of it has lava rocks attached to the bottom. Pull that out, tuck it in a little bit. These big mats, nice and healthy. I can just stuff that whole corner. Trying to find the nicest looking ones. Eventually this is all going to fill in really lush, but this is a really slow grower and that'll take some time. Move this light forward so I can get to this spot back here. There's a little piece of moss in there that I don't want. I think that's pretty much it for around the tree. Let me find just a small one. To stick some details. I personally don't like gluing plants. I just like to try to shove them into any crack I could. I think that's it for around the tree. Let's put this back in the bag. Open up the next one. I think that's going to be it for the plants. Little strand hanging down here.